what are the common denominators?
Yeah.
Like, how do we become extraordinary and we remove the extraordinary aspects of our life?
Real business owner.
Whatever your situation is currently is not your forever situation.
That's really what real business owners is, man. Like, we don't care where you come from. Where are you going?
Our goal and our job is to reduce the mistakes that you have to make or the money that you have to lose.
You want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be successful, don't give up.
You learn, adjust, and continue to move forward. Welcome back to the Real Business Owners Podcast with myself, Trevor Cowley. Kilo G's back from California, you know, surfing turf, you know, eating good and getting sand in the toes. You know, I let him know, you know, that month of July when I was recording solos that you were getting ocean breeze in your hair and working on your suntan and hanging with the family, all that good shit.
It was very productive for our family, so it was nice. Got work done, got some deals made, but like 90% of it was
connect with the family, right.
And just reconnecting and getting back on track with the values and things that we strive to live by in our home, right? So
which is easy to
it's
easy to drift away from, you know, when you kind of get into the day-to-day mundane shit, right? So also want to remind you about the RBO live event that's coming up here within the next 3 weeks or so. I'm not 100% sure when this episode will drop, but I know it's going to be dropping within roughly 3 weeks of the event. And we're looking to fill roughly about 30 more seats. Yep. So if you're on the fence about it, send us a DM. We want to communicate with you. We'll share some of the stuff that's going to happen. Yeah. We already know it's going to benefit you. It changed our life. And
I'll jump on a phone call with people. I want the right people in the room because that's when it gets powerful.
Yeah.
And you know what? For the people that just jumped on and bought tickets, I appreciate them so much. I think we'll have a special gift for them. But for you guys that are on the fence, man, I get it. Like, not that you're a procrastinator, okay, but at the end of the day, like maybe there's some challenges, or maybe you're just on the fence for some reasons. Like, dude, I'll hop on a phone call with you. Trevor, I'll hop on a phone call with you. Like, we'll run through why it's going to be so powerful for you. Because sometimes people, they're not procrastinators, but
hesitators.
Yeah,
hesitators, not procrastinators.
Yeah, and it's like anyway, I want the people that are on the fence, because I know there's a lot of powerful people that maybe are on the fence, and that room will be even more powerful with you in it.
Well, they know there's a feeling inside of them where they're actually fighting it rather than surrendering to it and saying, okay, this is probably something I need to do. Put myself around the right people, the right environments, the right information, and so that I can get the right product. In other words, the right outcome as an individual. All we are is a product of the environments that we put ourselves in, and that's what you guys have enjoyed for the last 4 years over the podcast.
Right. And with us talking about habits today, because that's what we're going to hit on. It's like maybe you have a habit of hesitation, and you just need to make the leap so that you can kind of see the benefits of it.
We're being nice when we say the word hesitation. I mean, they know they're fucking procrastinating. You know what I mean? Like, you get off the fence and hop on this side.
It's crazy times, and it always is crazy times. So sometimes people are hesitating because of whatever, personal reasons, or financial reasons, or maybe they're hesitating because they got self-doubt or just some self-limiting beliefs in the way. So that's why I'm like, dude, you know what? We grew up hopping up on the phone with people and changing lives. So it's like, DM us. We'll hop on a phone. We'll tell you exactly why you're supposed to be there. If you have some challenge in your life, we'll discuss that for a few minutes. Yeah. And then if we can get you to the event, we'll help change your life. You know?
No doubt.
So shoot us a DM. Let's hop on a call.
Looking forward to it, no doubt. It's gonna be amazing. Like I know that to my soul, down to my core, that it'll be life changing for people that are in the audience. Like,
absolutely.
We know the caliber of people that we're bringing to the table. Anyways, we want to talk about basically, taking the ordinary and becoming extraordinary, right? Like, I am extra ordinary as an individual, right? I was so ordinary and so average as a human being. And the majority of you guys listening, I'm not here to diss anybody, but you're extraordinary as well. Not extraordinary, extraordinary.
I like that.
And there's a big difference. And the idea is, what's the glue that'll bring those two words together instead of being extraordinary, that we can become extraordinary, right? Yeah. And there are common denominators with people that have seen a high level of success. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, are there people that are 400 pounds that have let themselves go physically that are successful? Yes. But are they happy? Right. And would you say that financial success is just success in general. And no, if they're unhappy and they're financially successful, that's not an overarching theme of success in that individual's life, right?
Yeah.
And so the idea is really trying to put it all together, because there's different facets of life. As we talked about at the beginning of the podcast, Kale going to California for a month with his family. That was an investment into one area of his life, right? And then there's the health aspect of our lives. Then there's the financial aspect of our lives. Then there's the spiritual side to our life. Like you can have one or two of these, on point, and then you focus on how on point your health is, right? How many broke six-pack people exist in the world, right? Like they're gym rats, they're there all the time, and they look amazing, and they get all of their accolades based upon how they look, and everything else in their life is turmoil, right? And so like we did a podcast on the one dimension thing, right? And basically create a life, or design your life in a way that's making deposits in all the right areas that are of importance. But what are the common denominators? Like how do we become extraordinary and we remove the extraordinary aspects of our life, right? Love it. Like let's talk about ordinary. What is ordinary, or what is normal, I guess, in this society? Because ordinary basically is just another word to say average or normal. Totally. Right?
I would say off top of head. Were you asking me?
Yeah.
So I would say
I've got some things written down as well.
What's ordinary is justifying. Right? We can fucking justify anything.
Yeah,
dude.
we can justify our shitty situation.
The ordinary person will justify why they are not being intentional in the buckets of life that are keeping them from being extraordinary. So justification, and I battle with it all the time, but I'm always evolving my awareness around it, right? So that you can remove those excuses, because that's what it is. It's an excuse, right? But like, dude, you can't justify anything, dude. Like, oh, we've had all these problems in our business lately, and I'm like, it's so easy to justify, to not do something thinking it's just a season or something like that. It's like, no, dude, you're off. You're the pulse of the company. Therefore, the company's off. So quit justifying it. Get back to fucking being intentional in the areas where you are vibrating super high frequency, so your fucking team is too, right? Yeah. That's just one example, but we do it in every area, dude. Yeah. So health, wealth, and happiness, all fucking buckets. Yeah. You have these things that you justify.
Yeah, you could justify, being out of shape because you work so hard, and when you get home, you're tired and you don't have the energy to do this. Well, maybe, just maybe, if you actually moved your body, it would create more energy. Yep. So when you do show up at work, that you're a different individual on the job, and that different individual gets a raise or a promotion, or that, because you're showing up a little bit differently. The problem is usually when you're addressing a problem, it takes more energy when you're at a low spot to address it. And when you're already at a low spot, you feel like that you lack energy. So how can you create more and invest more energy that you don't even have? Right. And so we justify why we can't get up and move our body because we're already just so exhausted, and we put a hard day's work in, when in reality we can create more energy for ourselves if we're fueling our body accurately, if we're moving our body, and we're just honoring kind of the design of a human being by, I need vitamin D. I probably should get out and get some sun, or go to California, hang out at the beach for a minute and get that sea breeze or whatever, right? Like there's a lot of different things that our body needs, our mind needs, in order to operate the way that it should.
Prime example, dude. So I got, I set some big goals, right? And with the Ascend brothers, and like everyone's trying to hold each other accountable. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be back in the 170s weight wise when I come back down. And we're like weighing in, taking pictures, everything, right? Yeah. So, okay, being a part of some people to hold you accountable, that helps quite a bit. Well, literally I woke up the next day, sciatic nerve completely out, right? And I'm just like, fuck, dude, I'm probably not going to hit to get down to 179, right? Yeah. Which is basically 10, 11 pounds in a matter of a month, 5 weeks. So I'm like, shit, dude, that's going to throw me off, right?
You could always skip the one.
I'm already thinking about like telling the dudes that we have this accountability group, like, fucking brother, sciatic nerve for 2-3 weeks fucking held me back, right? Yeah. And but I'm like, okay, that's bullshit. Like, we set this intention. Like, the old me, like, okay, dude, well, as soon as this goes away, I'll fucking eat cleaner and I'll start hitting the gym again. And it's like, dude, I can't go back into that trap, that justification trap. Like, so you saw me at the gym over the weekend. It's like, bro, I'm just in there doing arms. You know, I can do some pull downs. I can't do anything hinging.
I don't have a side problem, and all I do is arms too.
Yeah.
So at least you have a justification of only hitting arms.
Well, I figured out from my garage and the gym, like, okay, I can do some shoulders, I can do some arms, I can do some triceps, I can do some pull down stuff, but dude, I can't lay back and do chest.
Yeah.
When I lay out on the bench, like, it's shooting pain that's like, you can't even, like, you can't stay in that position. I don't care who you are.
But it sounds like you're focusing on what you can do, not the thing that gives you a reason not to do.
So, dude, I'm still hitting the gym every day. I'm getting some lifts in. I'm still going on walks, even though it's painful. And I can't run, dude. I've tried. It's like,
well, you walk.
I'm almost 3 weeks into this thing.
Yeah, you walk funny,
and I'm like, holy
being
shit.
able to run.
You know, but I can still eat clean, bro. Like, you know, in past, you'd be like, well, fuck, dude, I'm screwed anyway. So I might as well enjoy some, you know, pizza with the kids or whatever, and I'll hit it hard as soon as I can move again. It's like, I can't do that.
It's like when you let one thing go, it gives you a reason to let something else go. You're like, if I'm not moving my body, then I might as well just order pizza.
Or on the flip side, you're like, I fucking earned this pizza, right? Because I worked so hard this week.
Yeah,
right?
there's always
a justification.
Always, you know. So some of the things that I had written down, what is normal? It's normal to be overweight.
Yeah.
At this point, right?
Definitely.
It's normal to be depressed.
Yeah.
It's normal to live check to check.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal to have some sort of prescription drug, right?
Yeah.
It's normal to have anxiety. It's normal to have massive debt. It's normal to party on the weekends. It's normal to know every Netflix show that exists. So when you're around the water cooler, that you know what I mean? You got something to gab about, right? It's normal to not have self-worth. It's normal to not take pride anymore in anything that you do. It's normal not to read. It's normal not to exercise. These are things that are now the new normal.
Yeah.
So if these are new normal, and in other words, that's ordinary for 2023. Yeah. Right? Like that's just the environment that we're in. So how do you take extraordinary and become extraordinary? What are some of the habits that individuals could do there? It's basically looking at all of the negatives and countering those with something, right? Yeah. Like if it's normal not to read, read.
Yeah.
If it's normal not to exercise. These simple little things are putting you in a situation where you're doing things outside of average or normal, and eventually over an extended period of time, you become extraordinary.
Right.
Like it just is what it is, right? Like that is a factor, and that's the biggest issue that most often holds people back is the time issue, because time is either your best friend or your worst enemy based upon the consistency that you're putting in, right?
Absolutely.
So
here's what I got to say about this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, go ahead.
So what is the most desirable things on the planet?
Sex and money.
That all has something to do with it. But like people are the most attracted to what is rare, right?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. It is, and I learned this from a friend recently. He said the rarest thing on planet Earth is a dude who is rich, ripped, and radically in love, dude. He said that's what. So even though he's radically in love, dude, all the chicks still want him. So, and it's honestly like older men too. Like, so you got these young chicks, right?
Yeah.
They love older dudes, and older chicks love older dudes that are rich, ripped, and radically in love because it's rare. It's just like a freaking pure diamond, dude. Everybody wants a pure diamond over all these blemished ones.
Yeah.
Right? And
because of the rarity of it.
The rarity of it. So when you're talking about being extraordinary, like you are extraordinary when you are living an intentional life that is leading you to be rich, ripped, and a radically in love dude. Like that's what everybody wants to be around. Other dudes want to be around another dude that is rich, ripped, and radically in love. And so that's like something that's been super focused for me lately. Is like hearing that, I'm like, dude, you know what? That's true, dude. And you can't do it for the wrong intentions. Like I don't want to be rich, ripped, and radically in love just to be a piece of shit and like, oh, hey, all these other women or whatever want me because I'm these things. That's not intentional. Like they want everybody wants to be around that dude because not everybody can be around that dude, right? And so you have to lay out a plan, like Trev's talking about, with the right habits and be very intentional about them to become rare if you want to be the person that magnetizes people to be around them. Not for the wrong intentions, not just to get, the young chicks to want you, but it is proof young chicks and older chicks want to be around the freaking old dude that still looks good, has a lot of money, a lot of wisdom, right? And he's got his dime piece, bro. He's radically in love. His relationship's on fire. His bank account's on fire, and his health is on fire. And that's what people want to be around because it's rare. It's extraordinary. Yeah. What you're saying is extraordinary is rare. Yeah. It's uncommon.
That's why it's called extraordinary, right? Because it's so different and unique based upon what's ordinary, right? Or in this case, extraordinary,
dude,
right?
So if you're rich and ripped, but you're not like doing the work in your life to have a relationship that's on fire as well, like, dude, you're not fully magnetizing the universe to you. Like you're not like, people aren't just wanting to be around you as soon as they figure out you're a dirtbag that cheats, right? But you're rich and you're ripped. Yeah. You got to have all components, dude. You do. So you got to be super intentional about who you're trying to become because, dude, I'm telling you right now, when you start getting into your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, like, bro, that's when you're getting the most momentum in your life. Right? And without what you do right now in your 20s and your 30s and your early 40s is setting you up to be the rare, extraordinary person that everybody wants to do business with. Everybody wants to be around. Everybody wants to learn from. And that's where you're going to have the most opportunity in life for happiness, right? Yeah. So,
well, you said something there. You said, well, everybody wants to be around them, but not everybody can.
Yeah.
Why? Why can't they? Because that individual doesn't allow just anybody to be around them.
Yeah.
Right? The reason why they're rich or ripped and, radically in love is because they live their life based upon a certain set of values and standards, and they're not going to just let anybody and everybody be around them and in their presence because they understand and value being around other like-minded people.
Yep.
This is why environments are like my big thing, right? Yeah. Luke right here, for instance, he's behind the camera, helps us out with, the Real Business Owners podcast. He's been in this environment around us.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't more than 3 weeks ago, he never had ran more than 13 miles. And then all of a sudden there's 6 dudes that are committed to run 40 miles. Mm-hmm. And, I'm sure there was, I know for a fact there was many what the fuck moments. Like, what the fuck did I just commit to? Why am I doing this? All of those things that we say to ourselves when things get tough, mm-hmm. right? But because of the environment that he's in, he was never a runner.
Yeah.
And when he first came and worked, it was probably a year ago or something like that we were talking, wherever you said, I hate running. And I said, well, it owns you then. Running is making you its bitch because it's controlling you, right? And that made his wheels start turning a little bit. And then he started going to get 3 miles here, 5 miles there, whatever. Hey, next time that you run a long run, I want to run with you. Yeah. And I said, cool, let's do it on Saturday. Be at my house at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, my dad's in town. Here comes the justifications that we were talking about, right? Mm-hmm. The hesitation, sitting on the fence, saying that he wants this thing, but when this thing finally gets to him, let's justify how we can't do the thing that we said that we would like to do, right? And so he's wearing a shirt that says average sucks that day. Yeah. And I was like, oh, your dad's in town. You're supposed to go hiking on Saturday. That's cool. You guys are going to go hiking at 5 in the fucking morning when it's pitch black dark? I highly doubt it. Your ass will be back to that house while they're still wiping eye boogers out to even start their day. And I said, just look down at your shirt, bro. It's all good. And I kind of walk away or whatever. And a shirt says average sucks. And it wasn't more than, 5 minutes later. Hey, man, he's yelling over him. I'm in.
Yeah.
And so the furthest run prior to that was 7 miles. Then we took him 13 miles deep on that Saturday. The whole point that I'm trying to make is then we ran another 13 miler, right? We did a half marathon up in Glacier. First 5 miles were uphill. It was ridiculous. The rating was 5 out of 5 on hard, right? And we can confirm. And then he goes from 13 to committing to 40 miles.
Yeah.
Well, would he have ever ran 40 miles if he wasn't around that type of an environment? The answer is no.
Yeah.
The answer is no. And so, like, maybe the lack that you have in your life or in your business is the lack of positive environments that you're putting yourself in.
Yeah.
That's the entire point of why we're throwing the Real Business Owners Live event, in curating and creating an environment that's of growth, that's positive, that has the ability to change your life. And I'm a big believer in, if you create the environment and you put yourself in that environment, that it's impossible for something not to happen that will change you as an individual, and that changed individual goes into your business and goes into your home and into your marriage and communicates with your kids and all that, right? And so I know that was a long story about an environment, but that's why I'm a big believer in it, because I've just seen people put themselves around other people, like you said, that are rich, ripped, radically in love, whatever, and they start becoming this thing, because that frequency is way too great. It's almost like a moth to a flame. Yeah. Like, you're just drawn to it, and you're just like, man, that inspires me. Imagine what it would feel like to actually do it.
Dude,
now, Luke's over here, still, recovering with, knee injury. But, it is what it is, and I'm sure you're happy that you did it, right? Yeah, it was worth it, right? Yeah. And so it's very, very important to control the environments that you put yourself in.
It's the key, bro. And like you said, that's why we're trying to create our communities that way. There is a warning, right? There's a warning, because you can't be in these environments and still have the habits of hesitation and, justification that leads to complacency, because bro, you're surrounded by these great people, and like, dude, that'll put you in a dark place. I know, because I've been there many times. Like I've yo-yoed, I've done that shit. And so, and it's like, but you got to go through that dark shit sometimes. And that's one thing I will say, because this is a great episode about these habits. It's like, you kind of do sometimes need to give yourself a little grace that, like, hey, I'm in a dark fucking place for a reason. There's something to learn here. Let's get back on the horse and get going again. But you're going to actually achieve that person that you want to become, the rare person that you want to become, by staying in those environments, man, even when it fucking hurts, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm super grateful when I'm surrounded by the fucking crew of RBO and some of the other groups I'm a part of, when I'm like, dude, I'm justifying, I'm falling off the wagon, I'm not going where I want to go. But it's like, you don't run from the fucking group, dude, because that's when you come out of that dark place, you find that momentum, and you start hitting that area again. But it is in all areas, man. Like, it can't be just fitness. It can't be just money. It can't just be, it can't just be like whatever, business, all those areas. It's got to be like an environment where, like, you belong. And that, and when you are surrounded by other business owners that are pushing themselves in all the areas of health, wealth, and happiness, like, dude, even when you go through some dark shit, like, you're going to come out so much better by being in that environment. So environment is, I'm just validating. Yeah. You're right, dude. That's the number one secret, dude. Like, because it's so easy as a human to justify, run from that group and just kind of go back in your dark hole, but you're fucking more miserable there, So environment is the key.
Take a fucking polar bear and put him in the Sahara Desert, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't going to work.
Mm-mm.
It's the wrong environment for the individual. Or for that animal, I guess I should say, right?
Yeah.
And really the question is, are you putting yourself, in any environment, or are you isolating?
Yeah.
You're isolating yourself to the point where, well, nobody understands me. I'm alone in business. I'm whatever, right? Yeah. Like, cool, fucking.
That's an excuse.
Sip on your fucking, I feel bad for myself fucking juice. All you want, right? It ain't going to change shit. You're just going to stay there sipping on fucking I feel bad for myself juice for the rest of your fucking life unless you do something about it, right? Yeah. And so what are some of the things that we could do to change, right? And some of the things that basically I just looked at my life and I was like, okay, I'm a fucking completely average, maybe even below average human being. I know in height, the average male is 5'9". I'm over here, stretching for 5'7".
I've seen the ads for the 3-inch fucking shoes and shit. They're getting more accepted by society, Trev.
I'm gonna wait for it to come all the way around to acceptance. I'm not gonna be the.
I literally did see an ad about those.
I know. Day. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be a pioneer there in that industry. Okay, it's not for me. Yeah. So I mean, depending on you other short folks to hurry up and purchase those and make it normal or ordinary for us to do it.
Dude, I used to let it bother me for a long time. It's funny. You don't care as much as you get older. So.
Well, I think making a lot of money helps. Like you're just like, okay.
Like Grant Cardone says.
Yeah. He's like, okay.
He's like, yeah, well, what does he say? He's like 5'8" or 5'9", and his wife was giving him shit about it, and he's like, well, I'm fucking
rich as shit.
30,000 feet tall in my jet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I stand on my money, I'm pretty tall, and I mean that. And now if you're short and broke, you should be attending the event around short, rich people, and
hedge your bet.
Yeah, that environment might make your money grow. I mean, we can't promise, physical growth in terms of height.
Well, I did meet this guy at Lifetime down in California, bro, and he's only our height. And like, dude, everyone fucking loves him at the gym. But he's fucking rich and ripped. I don't know if he's radically in love. I didn't meet his spouse, but dude, he's fucking badass, dude. Yeah, he's got game, bro, and he's only our height, dude. 5'6", 5'7".
Well, I'll tell you, big things come in small packages. What our moms told us to try to build us up as kids. Hey guys, your TNT comes in. It's like, come on, Mom. Like, fuck, come up with something else. You've told me that for the last 10 years.
Yeah, stop making me feel good when I was 9, all right?
Hasn't helped you. I had to go run off and try to make a bunch of money to overcompensate for that shortness, And now you don't even give a fuck, Anyways, enough with short people. We are them, so we can kind of make fun of them. So, but again, I was literally kind of looking at like, well, what really changed, right? Like how did this super average or below average, individual that, you didn't graduate high school, I was a super senior, didn't graduate, walk with my class, was a drug addict, you had a kid at 18, like how are these literally super ordinary or average dudes out here crushing it, right? Like, and so I'm like, there has to be common denominators. So I start looking back and I'm like, what are some of the common denominators? How do we fill in the gap to become extraordinary instead of staying extraordinary? Waking up early is a common denominator, right? Reading every day is a common denominator for individuals that are successful. Pushing your physical limits so that you're constantly seeing progress and you're testing yourself, and pushing your physical limits isn't just for the six pack, right? Yeah. It's for the mental side of things, because business will push your mental limits, and you could utilize and control your body in a way to where you're actually building the mind to where it has the ability, when it is necessary and you're facing something extremely difficult and you want to quit and give up, that you don't, because you have the mental fortitude, because you utilized your body in a way to get to your mind where you have a little bit more control and a little bit more grit than most people. Investing into masterminds, that was a big one for us, right? We did that 5 years ago or whatever it was, 2018 or 19, whatever year it was. And we invested a lot of money, and that one thing led to RBO, led to us doing a podcast, led us doing business deals with people that we're still great friends with, attending events just like the event we're throwing. So it's like, literally, you should become a product of the environments that you put yourself in. And so if we put ourselves in the environments of going to events and attending masterminds, and that served us to a high level, why wouldn't we eventually become a product of that and start producing the things that we saw the most gains from, right? Absolutely. And make that available to people that potentially look up to us or seek guidance from us, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Right.
Another one was removing old friends. That's a very difficult one to do, but look, not everybody's going to be on the same path as you, and you're over here trying to go 1,000 miles an hour, and you got friends over here trying to go 10 miles an hour, and it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
You will have to go through a period of being alone or isolate. Like that's part of blossoming, is removing yourself from the old. Then there's the no man's land, and then you find yourself and recreate yourself with the values and standards that you want as an individual through that no man's land. And then you pop out the other side, the better individual that has the ability to produce the results that you say that you want.
Yeah, there's literally no way to beat through the apathy that you're experiencing without just forcing it, dude. The only thing that makes it easier is, like we talked about, putting yourself in a new environment, right? But like, dude, everybody that's at a low in some bucket of their life, it's like the apathy is set in, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even want to call it laziness, dude. It's just, it like that apathy is like that depressing feeling that you just feel like, oh my God, like I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to get this and that. And like the only way through it is just to fucking push through it, dude.
Well, never going to get there.
Like you don't understand. I can't get out of bed.
If that's your belief, then you're 1,000% right, and you will operate based upon your current beliefs, right? So if you believe it's so far away, you're going to act in accordance to the fact that it's so far away, and you're not going to have urgency. You're going to feel defeated. You're going to be like, man, it's just like I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Like it's costing too much. Like my mental health, my physical health, my relationship. That's why it's important to analyze all of it and actually design it, because if you don't, business will take you so far away from a lot of other things that are very, very important because it's so demanding, right?
Well, like your business is really just what you're doing day to day to survive. But if you're not happy and you're not thriving and you're just only focused on the business, but not all these other areas, and you're actually kind of fucking depressed, like that is apathy, dude. Like you're literally just surviving, doing the minimum, and you're not happy. So the only way to be happy is go through the hard work of forcing yourself to make it a habit to thrive in the other areas that are holding you back from being happy. And so you do have to, there's no one that can just push you through it, dude.
Yeah. You got to go through it. I mean,
have to.
I believe depression is a way to say that what you're currently doing or how you're operating your current life just is no longer working, right? And it's just very difficult when you're at a low spot to say that, right? Like, well, it's got to be me. It's you look for the pill or this or that or the drink or whatever it is in order to just remove the depression or that feeling of being less than. Maybe you're depressed and feeling less than because you were created to do a lot more than what you're currently doing. And for some reason, deep down in your soul, you know that, and you're not taking action on it. So therefore you just sit there and you're lull and depressed. And like I said, sip on, I feel fucking bad for myself juice, right?
Alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. There you go. Well, let's just call that alcohol. And not saying, whatever, if you guys want to have a beer or two, that's cool. But if you're slurping down
it ain't cool for me.
if you're slurping down, Bud Light smoothies, in the AM or the PM every single night, well, maybe it's not Bud Light anymore because of the controversy. If you're slurping down any sort of beverage smoothie that has alcohol in it, you may be drowning something out, right? Practicing gratitude, a lot of successful people, they live by, hey, practice gratitude. You have to shift your perspective and shift your mind. And I would say that business will beat you up so well over, let's say a decade period, that eventually you go through so many lows that when you go through a low, you're like, okay, what is this teaching me?
Yeah.
I need to find something, like there's something that's there. So you utilize the low as a sign that something's off and you need to be changing something versus just staying in. And early on, let's say year 1, year 2, you hit a rough patch and you're at a low. You're, why me, this, should I even do, all of the doubts and all of the fears and all the questioning, the path that you decided to go down starts happening. And then by year 10 or 12, something that appears to be negative happens. You're like, okay, well, that was supposed to happen. I just don't know why yet. And it's up to me to find that. Right. Yeah. And so perspective is a big one, right? Yeah. Practicing gratitude. Well, I was grateful for that employee, why I had them. They were there for 3 years or 4 years. They did an amazing job. They served their purpose. They want to do something different and create a new path for themselves. So It's all good. It's not a negative thing, because that space that's now available is meant for somebody else to come in that's going to take you from where you're at or that position and make it even better, right? And it's up to you to obviously find that individual. It doesn't just, come wrapped up in a pretty bow and, get delivered on your doorstep in a day like Amazon Prime. Dude, Amazon Prime should have employees ordered, right? Like, hey, we need a new senior accountant. That's at your doorstep the next day. Fuck, we'd all be rich and have plenty of time to focus on being rich. Now you're a $1 trillion company, not a billion.
Well, he did try to add services and they failed at that.
Oh, they did.
Home services.
Yeah. Well, you can't win them all.
I tried to put easier accounting on there on the platform, and we got denied, and then the whole thing went away. But you were supposed to be able to go on there and order your like HVAC guy or your plumber or your.
That would be cool.
But it didn't work, dude. Maybe they're still working on it, but they launched it and now it's not on the
back to the
anymore.
Beta. They've got their lab coats on. They're still trying to figure that one out. A lot of people that are successful, they do eventually build a relationship with a higher power, with God, 100%. Right? Because I think that they get to a certain point of a level of success and like, okay, there's much more to life than just this money thing, right? Yeah. And when you finally take care of the money situation, it will expose that there's other areas of life that are important as well. Yeah. Controlling the information that's going into your mind, listening to only certain types of music or certain types of podcasts that that's not just, I guess, for entertainment purposes, just to kind of headbang and, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like everything that you're doing is far more intentional, right? Yeah. Because you value the individual that you're trying to become, and that the information that goes into your mind is a big factor in the individual that you're trying to become. So you start controlling that rather than just letting it happen by happenstance, right?
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of people that it's like, well, I listen to podcasts. It's like, okay, cool. What do you listen to? You're thinking it's some self-improvement or business podcast. They're like true crime. Like,
true crime.
Oh, yeah.
Barstool Sports, they're really funny and they got hot girls and shit, I'm like, oh. Wow. Okay. Let me guess.
So,
You're extraordinary at everything in life. I'm just wild guess. Anyways. Yeah.
Choose wisely.
Choose fucking wisely. Yeah. Partying, some do, some don't. That for me, I guess you have to know the individual that you are. Yeah. Right. I'm very extreme, right? When I chew tobacco, it's at least a can a day, right? When I'm a drug addict, I'm not just snorting something. I'm going to put it in a needle, right? Yeah. Like if I'm going to run, I'm not going to run 1 or 2 miles. I'm going to run 30 or 40, right? Like if we're going to start a business, we start multiple, not just one, and so if you're going to have a drink, I'm going to have not just a drink, right? I end up having I overindulge, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. If I go to the gym, I don't just go to the gym 3 days a week. I move my body and go to the gym every single day, right? Yeah. And so I'm kind of an extremist, I guess, or have an addictive personality. So if you're not that type of individual, you can sip on some things and have some, then cool, good for you if that's your thing. But the idea is, again, all of the information that we're sharing isn't saying, do exactly as we do and just become us, but there are common denominators, and you can decide whether you want to swim with the current and surrender to these common denominators, or you want to fight it, right? And say, well, I'm going to be successful in this and that and do all the normal things. Yeah. Like, okay, well, good luck. For a period of time, you lived beneath your means. Like that was just kind of part of the building process, right? Like, you're not going out there and strapping yourself financially while you're in the process of trying to change your life and create financial stability, right?
Yeah, money habits are huge, man.
Yeah.
I mean, money's a huge tool. So if you're not creating some habits around continuing to use it as a tool and watch it, like we've got one client, he has one of our accountants screenshot his daily balance and send it to him every day so that he can see if there's not growth, because he expects growth every day. Then he's got to jump in and look at transactions and what's happened to where there's not growth, right?
Yeah.
Like he's developed that habit, right? For his money, he watches it closely because he realizes it's a tool, for him to elevate. But you have to live below your means almost always, dude, if you're seeking a next level, right? My lifestyle's increased, but dude, I want to invest into assets that will pay my family and secure it. So instead of going out and buying an airplane or things that I'm like, dude, that would be fucking rad, I'm buying rental properties, houses, or whatever, right? And so that means I can't go out and buy some of these things that I want, right?
Sometimes
I'd love to have a vacation home that I don't rent out on Airbnb and I can just go there whenever I want. Like whatever. Like my wife literally, she's like, well, it feels weird to me when people live in our houses. And I'm like, well, like we're going to live below our means and rent those houses out so that we can enjoy them as well whenever we want, but they pay us. It's a producer's mindset, right? Yeah. Versus,
sometimes rad and smart, don't go together. Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
Like buying a vacation home that you actually rent, that's rad.
Yeah.
And to rent it out is smart.
Yeah.
What else is rad and smart? Is attending the Real Business Owners Live event. That is rad, and it is smart, It
really is going to be great.
Yeah.
I've been telling people, listen, man, like I got people coming. You've got people coming. We've made tens of millions of dollars with some of these individuals or millions of dollars with some of these individuals. And so it's like, why the hell would you not want to be in that room, right? So,
well, if you want to be extraordinary.
Yeah. But they are people that are freaking crushing it in life in all areas, not just money.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people right now are chasing money to better their life, and this is a room you want to be in for that. A lot of people are chasing peak fitness. This is a room you want to be in there. A lot of people are chasing, better relationships. This is a room that you want to be in for that, and that is a huge damper on business. Yeah. If you're freaking have a shit relationship at home with your partner, we're going to be talking a lot about that. We're going to be giving strategies on that. We're going to be giving strategies on your money, on your fitness, on every area that is going to elevate your life. So I don't know, man. I'm glad we're doing it.
Be there or be fucking square.
Dude, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Like, it's so fucking uncomfortable putting on this event. So if you're not coming because it's just uncomfortable for you, then you're a bitch, dude. Like, it's uncomfortable for us too, but we're doing it anyway. And we're doing it for you. So you know what? Like, just fucking DM us. We'll talk. We'll talk to you why you need to come.
Yeah, let us know. We're here to, tickle your back and tell you it's going to be all okay. And you should be there. So, no, for real, we appreciate the support that you guys have shown us the last, 4.5 years with Real Business Owners. We're trying to continue to evolve ourselves, continue to evolve, Real Business Owners, and these are just some of the tactics that we're utilizing that we tell you guys to do, and we're showing you guys in real time with a completely different business outside of our businesses, right? And so be there or be square, like I said. Guys, rbolive.com, get your ass in the seat. Mm-hmm. Let's have a good time together. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. Let's win together. All that good stuff. Other than that, guys, make sure you're rating and reviewing the podcast. Share this stuff on social media. On your stories, tag us, we'll share it, all that good shit. So
let's go.
Other than that, kick ass.
Peace.
Take care. See you next week.